राम राम राम। गुरुरेव गतिः गुरुमेव भजे गुरुनैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे न गुरोः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोः मतिरस्ति गुरौ मम पाहि गुरो। सर्वेभ्यः सुस्वागतम्. A warm welcome to all the participants. I'm very happy to be back to this session of Lalita Sahasranama Parayana. Before we start, I would like to set the agenda for today's session. We will start with a short recap of what we covered in the class, and then we will progress on to the new shlokas. The last 20 or 30 minutes, we will have, I would request individuals to volunteer for chanting the shlokas that has been taught in the last class and today's class. I also want to address some of the questions which was raised in the last class before we commence today's class. There were a few questions about that, we are not heard and we are not seen. To start with, we have by default, all the participants will be on mute. So as and when we open for the chanting by the participants, I will request you to unmute yourself and I will also unmute the respective individuals. So if you are interested to chant at the end of the class, you could raise your hand at that point of time. A few people have asked about qualifications to be a panelist, and that is the same answer. So you could actually raise your hand or send us send a question to us so that we can make yourself unmute and then we can have you chant. There were few questions on whether Lalita Sahasranama can be chanted by everyone. Should it be chanted by only females, like this? So basically, like I was telling in the last class, Lalita Sahasranamam can be chanted by anyone at any stage of life, irrespective of age, married, male, female, anything. So, just to reiterate, anybody can chant Lalita Sahasranamam as long as they have the bhakti and shraddha. And there were a few questions about, whether the script will be split as per the pronunciation rules. Script will not be split. However, while we go through the class, I will emphasize on where to pause, where to stress, where to prolong, and things like that. So that would help you to understand the pronunciation aspects. So in case if you're not able to see the screen, sometimes some people have raised this question. So you may have navigated to a different window. So if you can click back the GoToWebinar app, you can come back and see the screen. So with this, we will start with the recap of last class. So last class, when we started, we had a brief introduction about Lalita Sahasranama. Lalita Sahasranama is part of Brahmanda Purana. In Brahmanda Purana, in the Lalitopakhyana section, Lalita Sahasranamam is available. So Brahmanda Purana itself is one of the Ashtadasha Puranas, 18 Puranas, and the composer of this Purana is Bhagavan Vedavyasa. So this particular section, Lalitopakhyana, was imparted by Lord Hayagriva, who is the incarnation of Mahavishnu, to Agastya Maharshi, who is one of the Saptarshis. One can chant Lalita Sahasranama with Devi Lalitambika's blessings. So as long as Devi Lalitambika wishes and blesses us to chant, we will be capable of chanting the Lalita Sahasranama. So like I said in the last class, I am reiterating, if all of us are today on this, so Devi has given us a blessing to chant Lalita Sahasranama. As far as the benefits, It's one of the powerful stotras, mantras, and Shubhadayaka bestows Mangala, goodness, bestows happiness, success to all the Astikas. So this was on the background of Lalita Sahasranama. So we also discussed on few tips of pronunciation. I will just do a very quick recap of the pronunciation, and in every shloka as we go ahead with the chanting, I will emphasize on these points again. So the first one we discussed was Hrasvaswaraha and Dirghaswaraha, short vowels and long vowels. So if you see the example, Shiva Kameshwarankastha, Shiva Swadhina Vallabha. The first one is Shiva. The second Shiva is Shiva. A Dirgha is there. So short vowel and long vowel. Generally, the time taken to pronounce a vowel is one matra kala. Then it is a short vowel, Hasvaswaraha. If it takes more than one vowel, that is two vowels, then it is a Dirghaswaraha. So that's short vowels and long vowels. Then we spoke about Alpa Pranaha and Maha Pranaha. So for some letters, we put little effort. For some letters, we put more effort. So those for which we put little effort are Alpa Pranaksharani. And for those we put more effort, for those which we put more effort, they are Maha Pranaksharani. So if you look at the example, Taranayaka Shekharam, so the Taranayaka, Ka in Taranayaka, first Ka is Alpa Prana. Ka, Taranayaka. The second Ka, Shekharam, Ka, that is a Mahaprana. So we put more effort to pronounce the Mahaprana letter. The third aspect we spoke in the last class is the difference between Sha and Sha. So if you look at again the example, Mahakamesha Mahishi. So the first Sha in Mahakamesha Mahishi is Sha as in Shiva. Sha. The second Sha, that is the last letter of Mahakamesha Mahishi, that is, we call it Shanmukha Sha or Murdhanya Sha. Sha. So that is the difference between Sha and Sha. Then we have compound letters, which is Samyuktaksharani. So where multiple letters, two or more letters will join. So those are compound letters or Samyuktaksharani. So when we chant, when we pronounce Samyuktaksharani, we should take care to pronounce each letter in the Samyuktakshara. For instance, Udyadbhanu Sahasrabha. In that, if you look at the third one, there is a Dakara and there is a Bhakara. So both the letters have to be heard. So that's one aspect that we should keep in mind when we are chanting the Samyuktaksharani. Coming to the Visarga guidelines, when a Visarga is succeeded by Sakaraha. So let us take the example of Shantihi Swasti Mati. So if you see in this, after Shantihi, there is a Visarga. So there is a, let me just highlight it for you. So there is a Visarga here. After T, there is a Visarga. You can see these two dots. And after that, there is a Sakara. So in such a scenario, the way we pronounce it is as Shantis Swastimati. So Shantihi Swastimati. If there is a Visarga and the Visarga is then succeeded by a Sakara, then it is Shantis Swastimati. So the next one is Jihva Muliya. Some of them had written a mail to me regarding this. They were questions, so I would like to emphasize a little more on this. When a Visarga is succeeded by K or K, in that case, we can observe this Jihva Muliya. If you look at the example, Mahasaktihi, there is a Visarga here, and then next letter is Ka. So there is a Visarga which is succeeded by Ka. So in this case, the pronunciation will slightly differ. Mahasakti Kundalini. So the Visarga is not fully pronounced. Mahasakti Kundalini. So even if there is a K instead of Kakara, the same rule holds good. The third aspect is here in the Visarga guidelines is Upadhmaniya. So when a Visarga is followed by Pa or Pa, then we can observe Upadhmaniya. So in this example, you can see after Tushtihi, that is after Shti, you see the Visarga and it is succeeded by Pa. So Visarga and Pa. So in this scenario, this will be pronounced as Tushti, Pushti, Tushti, Pushti. So it is not Tushtihi, Pushti, it is Tushti, Pushti. So this is Upadhmaniya. The next one is about the Anuswara guidelines. Give me a minute. Yeah. So regarding the Anuswara guidelines, so in most of the Indian languages, you may already know there is something called as Vargiya Vyanjana and Avargiya Vyanjana. So Vargiya Vyanjana are those 5 classes of Vyanjana, that is consonants, which is Ka, Kha, Ga, Gha, Cha, Ka, Chavarga, Tavarga, Ta, Tha, Da, Dana, Pa, Pha, Ba, Bhama. These are the Vargiya Vyanjanas. So the 5th letter of the each Varga is a Anunasika, which is pronounced with the help of the nose, nasal letter. Now, whenever we come across an Anuswara, something like Anuswara. So if you look at this example here, there is a Anuswara here on the top. Charanam, there is a Anuswara. So the next letter here is Dhakara is there, which is the which is in the Tavarga, Ta, Tha, Dha. Tavarga, third, Ta, Tha, Dha, 4th letter of Tavarga. So when a Vargiya Vyanjana is succeeded by an Anuswara, in that case, this can be pronounced by the last letter of that particular Varga. The last letter of the Tavarga is, the Anunasika is Na, Nakara. So this can be pronounced as Charanam Dhyayet instead of Charanam Dhyayet, Charanam Dhyayet. So there is a Nakara which comes there. However, this is an optional one. So we can pronounce it as Ratna Ghatastharatta Charanam Dhyayet. So separately, we can pronounce an Anuswara and then we can pause and say Dhyayet, or we can continuously pronounce following this particular rule. That is, the 5th letter of the specific Varga will replace the Anuswara. So in this case, if you see, since Dha is the Tavarga, the last letter of Tavarga is Na. So after the Anuswara, you see Dha, so it gets, the Anuswara gets replaced by Na. So Charanam Dhyayet, that's how it will be pronounced. So this is about the tips of pronunciation. So as I said, when we progress with the class, with the each verse, we will be actually emphasizing on some of these points and some additional points also, of course. So we will follow up on this and we'll emphasize on this again and again. Yeah. So we are on the Dhyanam, Dhyana Shloka of Lalita Sahasranama. This was chanted in the last class also. As I said in the last class, before we start with the Lalita Sahasranama Parayanam, in every class, I will request all the participants to, for few minutes, few seconds, close your eyes and visualize the form of Lalita Mahatripura Sundari in our mind and heart, and then we will start the Dhyanam. So we'll start with the Dhyanam. As I mentioned earlier, all the participants will be on mute. So at the end of the class, the last 20 minutes, we will open up for the chanting by the participants. So at that point of time, you can raise your hand and we will unmute you and you can chant and get an opportunity to chant. Repeating this, as there are few questions that why are we not heard? Why is that our voice is not heard? So since we cannot have all the participants chanting together, as there will be a time lag, so for that reason, all the participants will be on the mute. However, for today's class, we have two panelists who will be on unmute mode and who will chant, who will do the Anucharanam. We have Srimati Usha Rani and Shri Amoghara as our panelists today. Amogha and Bhagini, Usha Bhagini, you're on unmute mode now. Okay.
You can hear me?
Yes, so once I chant, you can repeat it. The general rule is to repeat twice. So before we start, I just want to highlight on. Before we start, I want to highlight on certain aspects on the Dhyanam. If you see, I have actually colored a few letters and I've also underlined few letters. So wherever I have colored the letters, that is with this color, it is to indicate that it is a Mahapranakshara where you have to put little stress. So wherever there is an underline, like in the case of the first word, end of the first word, Vigraham, it is to indicate there is a emphasis there. Like I said, when there is when the Anuswara will take the fifth letter of the respective Varga. So for those kind of pronunciation aspects, I have highlighted. So we will start with the chanting. Sindura. Initially, I request Amogha to start. Sinduraruna Vigraham.
Sinduraruna Vigraham.
Trinayana. Yes, go ahead.
Sinduraruna Vigraham.
Trinayanam.
Trinayanam. Trinayanam.
Sinduraruna Vigrahan Trinayanam.
Sinduraruna Vigrahan Trinayanam. Sinduraruna Vigrahan Trinayanam.
Manikya Maulit Phurat.
Manikya-maulispurat, Manikya-maulispurat.
Sinduraruna Vigrahan Trinayanam Manikya Maulisphurat.
Sinduraruna Vigrahan Trinayanam Manikya-maulispurat. Sinduraruna Vigrahan Trinayanam Manikya-maulispurat.
So if you notice the first line, the Vigraha Trinayanam, it is sounding as Vigrahan Trinayanam. सिन्दूरारुणविग्रहान् त्रिनयनां माणिक्यमौलिस्फुरत्
सिन्दूरारुणविग्रहान् त्रिनयनां माणिक्यमौलिस्फुरत् सिन्दूरारुणविग्रहान् त्रिनयनां माणिक्यमौलिस्फुरत्
तारानायकशेखराम्
तारानायकशेखराम् तारानायकशेखराम्
स्मितमुखीमापीनवक्षोरुहाम्
स्मितमुखीमापीनवक्षोरुहाम् स्मितमुखीमापीनवक्षोरुहाम्
तारानायकशेखराम् स्मितमुखीमापीनवक्षोरुहाम्
तारानायकशेखराम् स्मितमुखीमापीनवक्षोरुहाम् तारानायकशेखराम् स्मितमुखीमापीनवक्षोरुहाम्
सिन्दूरारुणविग्रहान् त्रिनयनां माणिक्यमौलिस्फुरत् तारानायकशेखरां स्मितमुखीमापीनवक्षोरुहाम्
सिन्दूरारुणविग्रहान् त्रिनयनां माणिक्यमौलिस्फुरत् तारानायकशेखराम् स्मितमुखीमापीनवक्षोरुहाम् सिन्दूरारुणविग्रहान् त्रिनयनां माणिक्यमौलिस्फुरत् तारानायकशेखराम् स्मितमुखीमापीनवक्षोरुहाम्
पाणिभ्यामलिपूर्णरत्नचषकम्
पाणिभ्यामलिपूर्णरत्नचषकम् पाणिभ्यामलिपूर्णरत्नचषकम्
रक्तोत्पलं बिभ्रतीम्
रक्तोत्पलं बिभ्रतीम् रक्तोत्पलं बिभ्रतीम्
पाणिभ्यामलिपूर्णरत्नचषकम् रक्तोत्पलं बिभ्रतीम्
पाणिभ्यामलिपूर्णरत्नचषकम् रक्तोत्पलं बिभ्रतीम् पाणिभ्यामलिपूर्णरत्नचषकम् रक्तोत्पलं बिभ्रतीम्
सौम्यां रत्नघटस्थरक्तचरणाम्
सौम्यां रत्नघटस्थरक्तचरणाम् सौम्यां रत्नघटस्थरक्तचरणाम्
ध्यायेत् परामम्बिकाम्
ध्यायेत् परामम्बिकाम् ध्यायेत् परामम्बिकाम्
पाणिभ्यामलिपूर्णरत्नचषकम् रक्तोत्पलं बिभ्रतीम्
पाणिभ्यामलिपूर्णरत्नचषकम् रक्तोत्पलं बिभ्रतीम् पाणिभ्यामलिपूर्णरत्नचषकम् रक्तोत्पलं बिभ्रतीम्
सौम्यां रत्नघटस्थरक्तचरणान् ध्यायेत् परामम्बिकाम्
सौम्यां रत्नघटस्थरक्तचरणान् ध्यायेत् परामम्बिकाम् सौम्यां रत्नघटस्थरक्तचरणान् ध्यायेत् परामम्बिकाम्
We will move to the next one. I will request Usha Rani Bhagini to chant. I will let me go to the next slide. Meanwhile, I think Usha Begin, is there some disturbance on your end? I can hear when you go and when you are unmute, I can hear an echo.
I don't know why. Okay.
Okay, let me again.
Is it okay now? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Properly?
Yes, yes.
Is there any disturbance?
No, that's fine. Thank you. There was a question which had come as an email. Last time we had used some terminologies such as pada. What is a pada? So generally in a shloka, so let's say there are 2 lines here. We can split this into 4 padas. So first pada, second pada, third pada, fourth pada. It is pada. So if you look at this particular verse, you have 8 letters in each pada. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 here and 8 here. So this is the till Maharagni is the first pada, and Srimat Simhasaneshwari is the second pada, and Chidagnikunda Sambhuta is the third pada, and Devakarya Samudyata is the fourth pada. So pada is a place at the end of a pada is like where we pause and continue with it. So every line will generally have 2 padas. Sometimes it will be 8 letters, sometimes it will be 19 letters. So it depends on the chandas. So that is the pada. So generally we will usually the pause is taken, the stop is taken at the end of the pada. Shri Mata,
Shri Mata, Shri Mata,
Shri Maharagni,
Shri Maharagni, Shri Maharagni,
Shri Mata, Shri Maharagni,
Shri Mata, Shri Maharagni, Shri Mata, Shri Maharagni,
Shrimat Simhasaneshwari,
Shrimat Simhasaneshwari, Shrimat Simhasaneshwari,
Shri Mata, Shri Maharagni, Shrimat Simhasaneshwari,
Shri Mata, Shri Maharagni, Shrimat Simhasaneshwari, Shri Mata, Shri Maharagni, Shrimat Simhasaneshwari,
Chidagnikunda Sambhuta,
Chidagnikunda Sambhuta, Chidagnikunda Sambhuta,
Devakarya Samudyata,
Devakarya Samudyata, Devakarya Samudyata,
Chidagnikunda Sambhuta, Devakarya Samudyata,
Chidagnikunda Sambhuta, Devakarya Samudyata, Chidagnikunda Sambhuta, Devakarya Samudyata,
Shri Mata, Shri Maharagni, Shrimat Simhasaneshwari,
Shri Mata, Shri Maharagni, Shrimat Simhasaneshwari, Shri Mata, Shri Maharagni, Shrimat Simhasaneshwari,
Chidagnikunda Sambhuta, Devakarya Samudyata,
चिदग्निकुण्डसम्भूता देवकार्यसमुद्यता चिदग्निकुण्डसम्भूता देवकार्यसमुद्यता
श्रीमाता श्रीमहाराज्ञी श्रीमत्सिंहासनेश्वरी चिदग्निकुण्डसम्भूता देवकार्यसमुद्यता
श्रीमाता श्रीमहाराज्ञी श्रीमत्सिंहासनेश्वरी चिदग्निकुण्डसम्भूता देवकार्यसमुद्यता श्रीमाता श्रीमहाराज्ञी श्रीमत्सिंहासनेश्वरी चिदग्निकुण्डसम्भूता देवकार्यसमुद्यता
धन्यवादाः उषा भगिनी। We'll go to the next part, which is the new one. So this is the second verse of Lalita Sahasranama Stotram. If you see again the same rule. So wherever you see the if you see this part, wherever I have highlighted in this color, that is the Maha Pranakshara, where you have to put more stress. So same goes here, same goes here. These are all Maha Pranakshara, where you have to put little more stress. I request Amogha to chant. Amogha. Udyadbhanu.
Udyadbhanu. Udyadbhanu.
Sahasrabha.
Sahasrabha. Sahasrabha.
Udyadbhanu Sahasrabha.
Udyadbhanu Sahasrabha. Udyadbhanu Sahasrabha.
Chaturbahu Samanvita.
Chaturbahu Samanvita. Chaturbahu Samanvita.
Udyadbhanu Sahasrabha.
Udyadbhanu Sahasrabha. Udyadbhanu Sahasrabha.
Chaturbahu Samanvita.
Chaturbahu Samanvita. Chaturbahu Samanvita.
So in this particular line, if you see Udyadbhanu, there is a Dakara and Bhakara. Dakara is the Alpa Prana and Bhakara is the Mahaprana, and it is also a Gunitakshara, Samyuktakshara. So we have to pronounce both the letters. Udyadbhanu Sahasrabha. Chaturbahu Samanvita.
Udyadbhanu Sahasrabha. Chaturbahu Samanvita. Udyadbhanu Sahasrabha. Chaturbahu Samanvita.
Ragasvarupa.
Ragasvarupa. Ragasvarupa.
Pashadhya.
Pashadhya. Pashadhya.
Ragasvarupa Pashadhya.
Ragasvarupa Pashadhya. Ragasvarupa Pashadhya.
Krodhakarankushojjvala.
क्रोधाकाराङ्कुशोज्ज्वला क्रोधाकाराङ्कुशोज्ज्वला
रागस्वरूपपाषाढ्या क्रोधाकाराङ्कुशोज्ज्वला
रागस्वरूपपाषाढ्या क्रोधाकाराङ्कुशोज्ज्वला रागस्वरूपपाषाढ्या क्रोधाकाराङ्कुशोज्ज्वला
पुद्यद्भानुसहस्राभा चतुर्बाहुसमन्विता रागस्वरूपपाषाढ्या क्रोधाकाराङ्कुशोज्ज्वला
उद्यद्भानुसहस्राभा चतुर्बाहुसमन्विता रागस्वरूपपाषाढ्या क्रोधाकाराङ्कुशोज्ज्वला उद्यद्भानुसहस्राभा चतुर्बाहुसमन्विता रागस्वरूपपाषाढ्या क्रोधाकाराङ्कुशोज्ज्वला.
So if you look at these two lines, this second verse, so Udyadbhanu Sahasrabha is one name, Chaturbahu Samandita is another name, Raga Swarupa Pashadhya is another name, and Krodha Karankushojjvala is the fourth name in this. So we cannot split the name like Udyadbhanu Sahasrabha, we cannot do. We have to chant this entire name together. Udyadbhanu Sahasrabha Chaturbahu Samanvita Ragaswarupa Pashadhya Krodha Karankushojjvala. So the single name cannot be split. So these are four different names here. So each name has to be pronounced as a whole. This is we will chant this again. Budyadbhanu Sahasrabha Chaturbahu Samanvita Ragaswarupa Pashadhya Krodha Karankushojjvala.
उद्यद्भानुसहस्राभा चतुर्बाहुसमन्विता रागस्वरूपपाषाढ्या क्रोधाकाराङ्कुशोज्ज्वला उद्यद्भानुसहस्राभा चतुर्बाहुसमन्विता रागस्वरूपपाषाढ्या क्रोधाकाराङ्कुशोज्ज्वला.
So I'll move to the third verse. After that, we can have a, I request the participants at that time to raise their hands for chanting individually. I'll move to the third verse now. Amogha Dhanyavadaha. Usha Bhagini. Usha Bhagini. Manorupekshu.
Manorupekshu
Kodanda. Manorupekshu Kodanda. Panchatanmatra
Sayaka
Manorupekshu Kodanda Panchatanmatra Sayaka
Manorupekshu Kodanda Panchatanmatra Sayaka मनोरूपेक्षु कोदण्डा पञ्चतन्मात्रसायका.
So if you look at the second line of this third verse, it is one Namavali. Ideally, we should chant it together, but for the ease of pronunciation to start with, I will split at appropriate places and chant, but we should chant as one Nama after we learn that particular line. Nijaruna Prabhapura.
निजारुणप्रभापूर निजारुणप्रभापूर
मज्जद् ब्रह्माण्डमण्डला
मज्जद्ब्रह्माण्डमण्डला मज्जद्ब्रह्माण्डमण्डला
निजारुणप्रभापूर
निजारुणप्रभापूर निजारुणप्रभापूर.
There is no dirgha after ra. So Nijaruna-prabhapura majjad brahmanda-mandala.
निजारुणप्रभापूर मज्जद् ब्रह्माण्डमण्डला निजारुणप्रभापूर मज्जद् ब्रह्माण्डमण्डला.
मनोरूपेक्षु कोदण्डा पञ्चतन्मात्रसायका.
मनोरूपेक्षु कोदण्डा पञ्चतन्मात्रसायका. मनोरूपेक्षु कोदण्डा पञ्चतन्मात्रसायका.
निजारुणप्रभापूर मज्जद् ब्रह्माण्डमण्डला.
निजारुणप्रभापूर मज्जद् ब्रह्माण्डमण्डला निजारुणप्रभापूर मज्जद् ब्रह्माण्डमण्डला.
Now we will chant both the lines together after I teach. मनोरूपेक्षु कोदण्डा पञ्चतन्मात्रसायका. निजारुणप्रभापूर मज्जद् ब्रह्माण्डमण्डला.
मनोरूपेक्षु कोदण्डा पञ्चतन्मात्रसायका. निजारुणप्रभापूर मज्जद् ब्रह्माण्डमण्डला. मनोरूपेक्षु कोदण्डा पञ्चतन्मात्रसायका. निजारुणप्रभापूर मज्जद् ब्रह्माण्डमण्डला.
So what we will do now is we have covered the Dhyana Shloka and 3 verses. The Dhyana Shloka and the first verse, I would like to know if any of the attendees are interested to volunteer to chant. If so, please raise your hand. I see many people enthusiastic. Okay. Mala Bhagini, I will unmute you. Before that, let me go to the Dhyana Shloka. Mala Bhagini, I have unmuted you. So can you chant the Dhyanam? Shall I chant and then would you like to repeat?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Sinduraruna Vigraham.
Sinduraruna Vigraham.
Twice.
Sinduraruna Vigraham.
Trinayanam.
Trinayanam. त्रिनयनाम्
सिन्दूरारुणविग्रहान् त्रिनयनाम्
सिन्दूरारुणविग्रहां त्रिनयनाम्
Once more. Once again.
सिन्दूरारुणविग्रहां त्रिनयनाम्.
Okay. Can you try chanting like this? You can observe after the anuswara, that is vigraha, the next letter is there is a takara. So there will be a nakara which will be replacing the anuswara. So please try this. Sinduraruna vigrahan trinayanam.
सिन्दूरारुणविग्रहां त्रिनयनाम्.
Yes,
Sorry.
go ahead.
Go on.
Go ahead, Bhagini.
Okay. सिन्दूरारुणविग्रहां त्रिनयनाम्.
So there is a heard there. So if you can make that as a n, vigrahan trinayanam, vigrahan trinayanam. Can you try?
विग्रहां त्रिनयनाम्.
Sinduraruna vigrahan trinayanam, manikya maulispurat.
माणिक्यमौलिस्फुरतु. माणिक्यमौलिस्फुरतु.
Okay. Can you try the entire line together now?
Yes. सिन्दूरारुणविग्रहां त्रिनयनां माणिक्यमौलिस्फुरतु. माणिक्यमौलिस्फुरतु.
Yes. Manikya maulispurat.
माणिक्यमौलिस्फुरतु.
तारानायकशेखराम्.
तारानायकशेखराम्.
After kha,
Yeah.
there should be the kha. It should be heard as a mahaprana. Kha. Shekharam.
Shekharam.
तारानायकशेखराम्.
तारानायकशेखराम्.
Once again. Once again.
तारानायकशेखराम्.
तारानायकशेखराम्. स्मितमुखीमापीनवक्षोरुहाम्.
स्मितमुखीमापीनवक्षोरुहाम्.
Uttamam. Just that mahaprana you have to observe a little. Wherever there is a mahaprana akshara which are marked in the dark red color. So tarana.
I would like to listen when volunteers can, please.
So I will chant once. You listen to this. Taranayakashekharam mitamukhimapinavakshorruham. Can you try?
तारानायकशेखराम् स्मितमुखीमापीनवक्षोरुहाम्.
Uttamam. We'll go to the next line. Panibhyamalipurna.
पाणिभ्यामलिपूर्ण. पाणिभ्यामलिपूर्ण.
Ratnachashakam.
रत्नचषकम्. रत्नचषकम्.
पाणिभ्यामलिपूर्ण रत्नचषकम्.
पाणिभ्यामलिपूर्ण रत्नचषकम्.
रक्तोत्पलं बिभ्रतीम्.
रक्तोत्पलं बिभ्रतीम्. रक्तोत्पलं बिभ्रतीम्.
सौम्यां
सौम्यां
रत्नघटस्थ
रत्नघटस्थ
घटस्थ
गडस्थ
रक्तचरणां
रक्तचरणां
ध्यायेत् परामम्बिकाम्
ध्यायेत् परामम्बिकाम्
ध्यायेत् परामम्बिकाम्.
ध्यायेत् परामम्बिकाम्.
So the first letter ध्यायेत् ध is a mahaprana. It should be heard clearly. ध्यायेत् परामम्बिकाम्.
ध्यायेत् परामम्बिकाम्.
उत्तमम्. धन्यवादाः माला भगिनी. रविदत्त महोदय. Can't see him.
ओम
एकनिमिषम्. Would you like to try, Mahodaya?
ओम ओम.
Would you like to chant? You had raised your hand for the chanting.
Yes, yes.
Okay, please go ahead. Can you try chanting the first line? You can start.
Yes.
You can start.
सिन्दूरारुणविग्रहान् त्रिनयनां माणिक्यमौलिस्फुरत् तारानायकशेखरां स्मितमुखीमापीनवक्षोरुहां पाणिभ्यामलिपूर्णरत्नचषकं रक्तोत्पलं बिभ्रतीम् सौम्यान् रत्नघटस्थरक्तचरणान् ध्यायेत् परामम्बिकाम्.
Uttamam. Just a couple of things. So as I was telling earlier, Taranayaka Shekharam, that Mahaprana Kha should be heard. And when you are chanting the fourth line, Saumyam Ratna Ghatastha, there need not be a nakara there. Saumyam Ratna, their anuswara will be heard and not nakara. Saumyam Ratna Ghatastha Rasta Charanam. If you are passing after Charana, then you can use the anuswara itself. Saumyam Ratna Ghatastha Rasta Charanam. Dhyayet paramambikam. If you are not giving a pause after Nam Charanam, Saumyam Ratna Ghatastha Rasta Charanan Dhyayet paramambikam. So if you are giving a pause after Charana, you can use the Anuswara. If you want to chant continuously, you can have the Nakara there. So Uttama Prayatnam. Dhanyavadaha.
Thank you. धन्यवादः. ओम.
Devaradha Bhagini, would you like to try? Devaradha Bhagini, you have raised your hand. Would you like to chant? Not able to hear you. Mohan Mahodaya. Mohan Mahodaya, would you like to chant?
Yes, Bhagini.
Please go ahead.
Om. Sindhurarunavigrahan trinayanam manikyamulispurat taranayakasekharam smitamukhimapinavakshoruham पाणिभ्यामलिपूर्णरत्नचषकं रक्तोत्पलं बिभ्रतीं सौम्यां रक्तचरणां ध्यायेत् परामम्बिकाम्.
Uttamam, just couple of things again. So the first word, it is Sinduraruna. There is no need to stress for da there. It is the alpa pranada. Sinduraruna vigraham trinayana. So it is the alpa pranada, Sinduraruna. And then in the last line, Saumyam ratna ghatastha. That tha mahaprana should be heard. It is the mahaprana akshara. So we have to put little more stress when we say tha there. Can you try the first word again? Sinduraruna, first line.
Sinduraruna vigraham trinayanam manikyamolispurat taranayakasekharam मितमुखीमापीनवक्षोरुहाम् पाणिभ्यामलिपूर्णरत्नचषकम् रक्तोत्पलं बिभ्रतीम् सौम्यान् रत्नघटस्थरक्तचरणान् ध्यायेत् परामम्बिकाम्.
धन्यवादाः. Now Vibha, Vibha Bhagini, would you like to chant? Vibha Bhagini. Vibha? Okay, I'm muting Vibha. Jayaram Mahodaya, would you like to chant? You have lifted your hand. I'm not able to hear you. Kamakshi Bhagini, would you like to chant? Kamakshi Bhagini?
Yes, ma'am. Sinduraruna vigrahan trinayanam manikyamolispurat taranayakashekharam smitamukhimapinavakshoruham पाणिभ्यामलिपूर्णरत्नचषकं रक्तोत्पलं बिभ्रतीं सौम्यां रत्नघटस्थरक्तचरणां ध्यायेत् परामम्बिकाम्.
Uttamam. When there is a dirghakshara, dirghaswara, you have to keep that in mind. For example, bibhratim, smita mukhi mapina vakshoruham. So wherever there is a dirghaswara, you should pronounce it. You should prolong it. So basically, like I was telling earlier, it takes little more time, like 2 matra kalas. To pronounce a dirghaswara. So that you have to keep in mind. Dhanyavadaha, Kamakshi Bhagini. We are, yes?
We are 2 persons here. Shall I try?
Yes, sure. Bhavatyaha Nama, your good name?
My name is Kamakshi. The one who recited now is my daughter, Janani Shri.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead, Kamakshi Bhagini.
सिन्दूरारुणविग्रहान् त्रिनयनां माणिक्यमौलिस्फुरत् तारानायकशेखरां स्मितमुखीम् आपीनवक्षोरुहाम् पाणिभ्याम् अलिपूर्णरत्नचषकं रक्तोत्पलं बिभ्रतीम् सौम्यां रत्नघटस्थरक्तचरणान् ध्यायेत् परामम्बिकाम्.
Okay, Uttamam. In the first line, the last word, Sinduraruna vigrahan trinayanam manikyamolispurat. There, li is a tatva. So, li is not required. Mauli, that's it. And can you chant the third line again? Panibhya.
पाणिभ्याम् अलिपूर्णरत्नचषकम् रक्तोत्पलं बिभ्रतीम्
So
सौम्यां
in this, third line, the last word, Bibhratim. The second bha is Mahaprana. First one is Alpa Prana. So initially it will be little confusing when Alpa Prana and Mahaprana of same consonants come together. But if you observe a little, you will be able to pronounce it. So it's Bibhratim. It's not Bibhratim. It is Bibhratim. You can continue from Saumyam.
सौम्यां रत्नघटस्थरक्तचरणान् ध्यायेत् परामम्बिकाम्
Uttamam. Dhanyavadaha Kamakshi Bhagini. So we are actually at the end of the class. There are many more people who have raised their hands. I will definitely, next class I'll make a note and I will ensure that you will chant it. So as it was told in the earlier class, for any questions you have, please feel free to email me at sandhya.vyoma@gmail.com, because in this class alone we will not be able to answer all the questions that you might be having. So please mail me, so that next class in the beginning we will dedicate 5 minutes for those questions, in answering those questions. So with this we will close the class. We will chant the Mangala Shloka. सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके देवी नारायणि नमोऽस्तु ते. Dhanyavadaha to all the participants. Thank you for participating and making this a wonderful session. Look forward to see you all in the next class. Ram Ram Ram.